electric light to the world was to play out in the great cities of the time: New York, Paris, London.
Edison's Menlo Park team set about developing a totally different form of electric lamp, the incandescent light bulb. In fact, Edison's light bulb design wasn't all that new or unique. French, Russian, Belgian and British inventors had been perfecting similar bulbs for over 40 years. And one of them, an Englishman, Joseph Swan, had been developing his own version of an incandescent lamp. Both Swan and Edison's light bulbs work by passing an electric current through a filament. Now, a filament is a material in which the electric current flows through with more difficulty than it does through the copper wire in the rest of the circuit. And it relies on the idea of resistance. Now, inside this jar, I have a filament made out of ordinary pencil lead, and we can see what happens as I pass a current through it. Down at the atomic scale, the atoms in the filament impede the flow of electricity, so it takes more energy to force it through, and this energy is deposited in the filament as heat. Now, as it heats up, its resistance goes up, which again raises its temperature until it glows white hot. Now, one of the first materials Edison used for his filaments was platinum. With its relatively high melting point, platinum could be heated to a white-hot temperature without melting. It could also be stretched into thin strands, and the thinner the strand, the more resistance it offered to the current passing through it. But platinum was expensive and didn't offer enough resistance. The race was on to find a better alternative. And the solution came when the Menlo Park team switched to a method Swan was also developing, using a vacuum to stop cheaper carbon filaments from burning up too quickly. Edison and Swan tested all kinds of different materials for their filaments, everything from raw silk and parchment to cork. Edison even tested his engineer's beard hair. Eventually, he settled on bamboo fibre, while Swan used a treated cotton thread. Edison and Swan's light bulb designs were very similar. Eventually, they came to an agreement and went into partnership to sell light bulbs in the UK. Today, many people still believe that Edison alone invented the light bulb, while Swan has become a footnote in history.